Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning La La Land. One of the most multifaceted, most eclectic storms to hit Hollywood is Ciera Payton. Welcome to the show, and congratulations on this role with Tyler Perry. I mean, huge.
Thank you.
That's no small feat.
No,
right?
How the hell did that happen?
Yeah.
We want to hear the backstory.
Well, you know, I gotta say, about 10 years ago, I was an extra on Madea Goes to Jail. Literally in the background, in a scene with Viola Davis, no lines. And over the last 10 years, I've been auditioning for Mr. Perry, literally have gone pretty far and being in the room with him, auditioning for series regulars and leads. And this movie came about 2 years ago. I was just at a place in my life where I just didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know if this was the right thing for me to be doing because I was struggling like crazy. My bank account had gotten so low. I had $246 to my name and was just literally just trying to figure out what I was going to do next. What was my next move?
Tested by faith, for sure.
Tested by faith, big time. And one of the crazy things I would say right before that is, right before I auditioned, I put myself on tape and didn't hear anything for weeks. But I just remember, you know, I'm really big into the law of attraction and you put out good, you receive good. And for me, money at that time was just so I was just holding on to it and suffocating it almost. And I just remember walking down the street one day and I'd seen a guy who was begging for money and something just came over me and was like, Ciera, give him something. And I was like, no, I'm not, I can't, I need this. I don't know what I'm gonna do if I don't, you know. And I was like, okay, universe, God, whatever, I'm gonna just, you know, and something's gonna come out of it. And so I did, I dropped some money in his hand. And, you know, and I don't know, honestly, I don't know if that's why I got the movie or anything like that, but it was just a lesson for me to just, you know, have faith and trust that things are going to work out. So literally about maybe 2 weeks later after that, I was going to go off and apply for food stamps, because I just didn't know what else to do. And I was hopping in my car, cranked it up, about to pull out, and I get a phone call from my agent. And he's literally like, Tyler Perry wants you. And I'm like, yes! What? And so I parked my car because I'm like, I'm not gonna go. I'm you know,
food stamps.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, look, I gotta go pack and prepare to leave, you know. And so, so yeah, I ended up flying to Atlanta 2 days later and shooting this movie. And I had no idea what it was going to be at all. You know, I just knew that I booked this role in this Tyler Perry movie. And when I got on set, I mean, I call it Disneyland for actors because we had so much fun. It was great.
And that studio, I mean, he's built an empire.
I mean, I'd never seen anything like that. I mean, other than our studios out here, but for it to be in the South, Atlanta, and, you know, for him to be someone from New Orleans, coming from nothing and creating this massive something, it's so inspiring.
Wow.
One of the things I love so much about your story, and there's so many lessons there, I think, right? But one of the things I love is that, you know, when you're at your lowest, you know, not just financially and professionally, but psychologically, emotionally, maybe even spiritually on some level, that you still experience this incredible windfall, right? And so, because I think that the challenge and opportunity often with the law of attraction is that you think you have to always be in this space where you're feeling positive and you're feeling upbeat in order for good things to happen. But the stream of well-being is so strong that you can't resist it almost. It can't be thwarted. And so from that moment going forward, did your faith deepen? What happened in terms of that piece, the faith piece?
You know, when I was at my lowest during that point, something was just coming over me and just telling me that things are going to be okay. And I just started literally sitting in my living room and we're talking about visualizing today. I just started visualizing where I'm going to be, where's my home, you know, because I was like, things are going to always be like this. And so I just remember literally visualizing sitting in a room, seeing this purple chair, that was shaped a certain way and seeing flowers on a coffee table and just being in a space of peace. And it was confirmation for me faith-wise when I went and I did Medea's family funeral. After all the first day of filming and stuff, I'm sitting in my dressing room and I just kind of sit back for a minute. And then I just happen to look and I notice that there are white flowers on a coffee table. And I kind of look up right past it and there's the chair that I was visualizing.
Whoa. Yes.
And I was just like, what? And all I can just think was thank you. You know, I as long as I stay in that mindset, no matter how hard things are, no matter as I'm, considering applying for social services and stuff like that, like things are going to be okay.
But I think there's a little key there. A couple things. One is that like the fact that you were willing to go get those food stamps and go, you know what, I'm going to do whatever. It's okay if that doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. I got to do what I got to do. And I think there's that detachment that kind of has to happen. Like having the faith, but also knowing like I'm okay if it doesn't happen. I'm going to survive with or without that. And that like it's like a switch that happens, right? Is that what you kind of experienced?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think honestly, I developed that from my childhood and my upbringing. Like I'm from New Orleans, and you know, I had the most amazing childhood ever. However, there was a lot of challenges. You know, I mean, we did grow up really poor. My father was in and out of prison. And so I just kind of felt like, you know, where I am presently is much better than where I was before. So if I got through all of that, I know I could get through having $246 in my bank account, you know, like, and if I got to go wait more tables and, you know, go out there and hit the pavement every day and pass out resumes,
like
it'll be fine.
spiritual boot camps. Like sometimes you're going through this hard stuff because the universe is trying to develop you to be able to be like, this is a breeze and I got this. I can climb that Himalaya mountain now because like you can do anything.
Exactly.
So
I mean,
cool.
at times, like, I'm like, I don't know if I can, like, being stuck in traffic. I'm like, I don't know if I can do this today.
This might break me. It's the LA traffic, not the $246 in the bank account.
But I mean, it's funny what we count as our challenges, you know, but I just feel like it's always just strengthened me and made me wiser and more grounded.
And the proof of your faith is on the big screen opposite Tyler Perry and Medea's Family Funeral. Tell everyone when it's going to come out and where they can follow your journey.
It's right out. It's in theaters right now. And you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter at Ciera Payton. So,
Yes.
Thank you so
out.
much. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more. Good morning, La La Land.